Hi, friends. It's been a little bit. It has been, well, I mean, a while. What, like a week and a half, something like that? Anyway, we have so much to talk about because so much happened in the last couple of weeks. Most of you know I was at a festival, so we're gonna pick a page and then we're gonna chat because I have so much to tell you guys. All right, so but first things first, let's make sure I'm in a live chat, not top chat. Okay, we're gonna scroll back up. Let's see. I think Verica was first, and then today's question of the day is, if you could only drive a commercial vehicle for the rest of your life, what would it be? Construction, city bus, airplane? Funny thing is I came up with this question because we were driving by some construction stuff, and I asked little Emily, and I was just like, hey, if you could only drive one construction vehicle, what would it be? And being the age bracket that she is, she's like, that's a stupid question. I'm like, you know what? Fine, but it's perfect for question of the day. Oh my goodness. Thomas, good morning. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday. Let's see, Brooke, good morning. Fly a plane. Nice. See, and I was trying to think like, okay, how would I get around doing errands? I think I'm leaning towards like a dump truck maybe, because I can still make use of it. I don't know. It's hard. Let's see. Scroll down. Shannon says excavator. I could see you rocking an excavator. Kathleen, cruise ship. We are doing great. Words are incredibly hard today, apparently. All right. So it says cruise ship. I said it again. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Oh, let's see. Kara, good morning. Don, good morning. Let's see, Thomas, good morning. Let's see. Oh, hold on. I missed it. What did Kara say? Or Megan say, good morning. Does the little train at the zoo count? I'm going to say yes, because it's not like a standard car. And if that's the case, can I ride on it with you? Because I love those little trains. They're so cute. Let's see, Yvonne, good morning. Let's see, probably drive a bus to and from the airport. That's fair. Kenny, hello. Hada, hello. Oh, thank you, Brooke. Yes, oh my goodness. It was a week. I was surprised by some things. I learned some things. There's a lot to tell. Do I want to do it next year? Absolutely. And I will plan ahead a little. I planned ahead before, but I just assumed that I had more time than I did, which led to a kind of time crunch in that last month. I say kind of, but literally like every day. All right, let's see. Let's scroll down. Renee, good morning. Natalie, good morning. Let's see. Absolutely, climb board, sweet. Ice cream truck. Oh, nice. All right. Okay, well, good morning, everyone. Yeah, it's been a thing. I have a quick question. I can't remember if I got them before I took the week off or if it's after. Have I shown you guys the prints that came in the mail of the shell painting? Because I have them over here, and they're freaking gorgeous. Also, after last stream, you remember how I wasn't feeling well? I got a full-blown cold, like 3 days. I was so panicked, I wasn't going to feel better in time. But consequently, I may be muting more, and I will be muting. Not that where I think I'm muting, and then I don't mute, and then I'm unmuted, and I clear my throat. Anyway, point is, I'll probably need to mute a few times because we'll see how talking for 2 hours does. As it is, little Emily is home because she has had a fever. It is just this beginning of the school year stuff, you guys. I'm over it. We've been all alternating being sick for like the last month. No more. Let's say Kathleen, Christine, good morning. But yeah, I couldn't remember if I had shown them to you guys, but I did a little bit of research and did some special prints because I knew if I wanted to do this, I wanted them to be really nice. Oh, right, Yvonne. Good morning, Mona. Okay, so I do not know how to pronounce the word. I believe it's French, and I'm gonna butcher it, but it's spelled Giclee, and it has to do with the printing style, and I get to choose like cold pressed paper, so it's like watercolor paper itself. But the way that these are printed, I'll be real careful with them, have blown my mind. Like, look at it's upside down. Look at this detail, and it's printed matte, so like you can't see any shininess on it. Like, this is essentially, excuse my shaky hands, this is essentially like the real thing. So I haven't put them in the shop yet, and in fact I love them so much I ordered a couple more of these, so I'll have these. Hi, Leanne. Thanks, Yvonne. Thanks, Kenny. Thanks, Kara. My goal is to get these in the shop next week because I just haven't had the time to photograph them and get them officially put up. Now, if you haven't seen it before, I'll show you what the original is, because the original actually got, and I know we talked a lot about like what I hope to get out of this, you know, whether or not I could sell something or win something. But here's the thing. I underestimated just how many talented artists that were going to be there. There easily could have been 20, 30 first place prize winners. Like I did not envy the judge's job. There were so many gorgeous paintings. Like it wasn't just like, oh yeah, this one is definitely a first, blow them all out of the water. No, it was crazy because there were so many different styles, so many different mediums. And on the quick draw, we all had to stay on Main Street for you know, wherever we chose. And so there were some duplicates of buildings, but like it didn't look like there were any duplicates because everybody was so different. So if you guys missed it a few weeks ago, I finished this painting. It's still in the frame, so it's not quite true to color, but this is the print. Like, blows my mind. So as of now, I have 2 of these small ones. Enough college credits to apply to be a grad. Oh, awesome, Brooke. Congratulations. And then, sorry, I'm trying to handle them really carefully here. And then we have 2 of these kind of medium-sized ones. No worry, Mona. Good luck with your appointment. And then I didn't get any prints of the large one because I wanted them to be, for our first kind of sending of prints, I wanted to simplify them for being mailed. So I didn't do anything bigger than 8x10. And then we have 2 of these 8x10s. And then, like I said, I ordered a couple more. So there'll be more than just these 6, but they will be in the shop by next week, I believe. And it was nice. I met some people actually at the event that are interested in the prints as well. So we'll see. We'll see. Honestly, I am so in like painting mode here. Like I already have an idea for another painting that I want to do. Is really cool. But once I get started, I'll tell you guys more about it. Yeah, there's lots of cool stuff coming up. Sorry, I'm just trying to be careful with these. Anyway, these will be up in the shop at some point next week. Let's see. Hi, Silk. Drive an armored truck, small enough to be maneuverable, but armored. I like it. I like it. So I did get, actually, before I dive in, if you missed it and you don't know what I'm talking about, for the last week, I was at a arts festival where there were painting competitions and gallery shows and everything. But before that, hi, good morning, Maylin. Before that, I was prepping for it, doing these paintings because there were 3 events. There was a fine art gallery show, which this one and this one were in. And it was also a competition where there was the People's Choice and the Judge's Choice. So for this one, I actually got an honorable mention. Across all 3 of the painting events, I want to say, I didn't fully count, but I wanted to say there was only like maybe 12-ish honorable mentions that were handed out across all the events. And I got 2 of them, so that was pretty cool. Like I said, it was a tough competition. Again, there could have easily been like 20 first place like people. The other ones, so the 3-day one and the quick draw, I don't have with me. And if you missed it, the quick draw was basically we had to finish a painting from beginning to end in 2 hours. And I'll tell you more about that one later. But that's what that one was. And I got an honorable mention for that one, which I found so ironic because that was the one that I was least confident in. Anyway, and then so now the 3-day painting and the quick draw are actually all up at the gallery, and they're going to stay up there for a couple weeks in case anybody cares to purchase them. So we may still make a sale. We'll see. But we'll talk about more here in a second. Real quick, square updates. We have Leanne. We've got the key. There we go. Got the cute little key charm. And then we have Linda's. She chose the shell charm. Oh, Christine, it was. Oh my gosh, so much happened. And then Kara has a mini chocolate croissant. So that's updated. And those of you that won points in our last stream, I had space putting them up there, but I put them up. I added the points to your total last night, so they are there now. So, thank you, Kara. So let's go ahead and start with, we are going to be coloring in Fairy Tales and Folklore today. What page are we going to do? Not a clue, but we're going to pick it here in a second. Sorry, I'm drinking water, but I did get some swag. I got some swag. Look at this pretty bottle. It's a glass water bottle. The place that we were doing it, this was the Buda Arts Festival, and I don't live in Buda. I had to travel to go there, but so we got a bunch of Buda swag, so that was pretty cool. All right, so I don't know how many people have this book. Good morning, Della. Oh, Leanne, good. I'm glad. So the story behind this is our lovely Color with Claire worked with Emelie and I think they did poll's not the right word. Oh my gosh. What's the word? I'm blanking. What is the word where people say, yeah, we want like a petition? Petition, that's what it. Anyway, Claire was a big part of getting this reprinted, and she did reprint it, and it just went out. This is the lovely author here. Yeah, collab. Thank you, Shannon. So we're gonna choose a page here. I haven't colored anything in here. We have loads of new stuff to color. There has been zero time as it is. My parents are going to be here at 12:30 today, so right after stream ends. They are in town, and they're going to be staying with us, well, visiting us for a couple weeks, so that should be super fun. So let's see, let's go ahead and let's see, who am I missing? Make sure I'm missing one. Derwin says train would be cool, but more likely a commercial car of some sort. Yeah, right. I thought briefly about taxi, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to count a taxi. Pencils we're going to be using today are the Arrtx pencils. I was trying to choose something we haven't used in a bit. Honestly, I almost did the cupcakes again just because I knew we were going to be chatting about a lot of stuff. So I haven't even done like a full flip through of this. So we're going to do this together while I try and figure out what I want. This one's pretty cute. I kind of like this one. We might go back to this. Actually, you know what we should do? I'm going to get a sticky note here. Okay, and we are going to mark potential ones, right? Oh, it's wonderful paper. Wonderful, wonderful paper. Okay, so let's put a bookmark in this one. Love it, Haley. Well, I'm glad you're here. I feel like I saw somebody color this one. Has this one been floating around in the, like, was it Claire or Suzanne? I think Suzanne has this book too. I could be wrong. I don't know. It's been a crazy last couple of weeks. Let's see. Oh, this is cute. We got little cupcakes. Okay, this is a possibility. So we're going to do that one there. Normally I pick the page beforehand, but like I said, there just has not been time. This could be nice and simple if we're wanting to do something easy. But I know that some people are excited about this book because they haven't colored, like they have it, but they haven't colored in yet. So maybe a color along rather than just a small, simple one would be nice. Let's see, what do we got? We got some crystals. That globe is cute. I don't know that I'm in a mood for doing any backgrounds. Plain, absolutely imagine the places you would see/visit, right? But then, how would you get to the grocery store? That was the other thing. Oh, an octopus. I actually have a really cool idea for a painting with an octopus that I want to do. So I haven't sketched it out yet, and I don't know exactly how it's going to look or how big I'm going to do it, but it's going to look really cool. Oh, this one's cute. What is she? She's holding apples. Apples and oranges? Upside down apples? I'm not entirely sure. Morning, Marcy. How are you? Oh, that's a cute Christmassy one. We'll have to do that one closer to Christmas. Let's see. The bird's nice. So I like those little houses. Is the horse sleeping? Or is it just looking down? I think it's just looking down. Right? It's a cute snow globe. It's a nice simple one. That one's kind of cute. Not in the mood for glass though. Let's see. Kind of wanting simplicity at the moment. Has anybody else colored in this? And if you have, do you have a favorite? Okay, I know I've seen this one around. I can't remember who colored it, but I know I've seen it. It's a seahorse. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Ah, cute little lemon houses. It's a kelpie. Let's see. Just looking for one that's calling out to me. We might go back to the other two that we earmarked. Last page. Yeah, that's a double page spread. Okay, so I guess then we should, what was the other one that I marked? Cupcake, or I'm thinking the cupcake. Oh, nice, Leanne. Yeah, it's newer, Dawn. It's newer. The link for it is in the description below. Yeah, let's do the cakes. But I have not kind of overbent the spine here, and I don't want it fluffing up, so we're just gonna, just a little bit. Perfect. Okay, and pencils. Do I want to bother getting out the color chart? You know, we're gonna wing it. No color chart. All right, so let's get these open. But yeah, so I posted a reel on Instagram to kind of give you a quick overview of it, but it was a trip, and I'm not gonna lie, I was exhausted by the time it was done. Yes, it was tiring, but also for 3 days, I could only dedicate about an hour, or not an hour, 4 hours a day, because I still had to do like car pickup and everything. I could only dedicate about 4 hours a day, so I couldn't paint like all day, but I would usually get there at about 9. By the time it's done setting up, it was about 9:30, and then I would wrap up about 1:30 because then the heat was really starting to get to me. All right, let's pick our colors, and then we'll go on. I kind of want to make this like green icing, like almost pistachio. So let's see. Let's get, this one looks good. And I'll tell you the names here in a second. Let's do this one, and maybe this one. And what's this dark one? This is dark green, turquoise gray, true green, and grass green. Oh, thanks, Marilyn. Oh goodness, yeah, it was a lot of fun. So, first day, well, actually here, let's pick our color first. Let's do, what is this other one? Olive green? I don't think I want olive green. Let's actually start with the dark green. Let's start with the dark green. So first day was, because we had, I mean, technically we had our first day, what was it? Let's see, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so Wednesday. So it was Tuesday night of that week. Tuesday night of that week was the first day that we went in. There we go, make sure that's there. It's not in the description? It should be. Well, now I'm curious, did I not save it? Hang on, let me check real quick. Yeah, it's in there. Just scroll down. Yeah, there's a section that says links, and there's the Fairy Tales and Folklore and the Arrtx pencils. Yeah, you just go. Yeah, it's there. Okay, thank you. Yeah, you just got to scroll down. So first day was just a sort of small meet and greet where we picked up our badges. We had to have these signs that were on our easels and everything. Basically just any and all information that we needed, itinerary, everything, because for those of us that were doing all 3 events, I mean, it was going to be a busy couple of days. So, so I went there, and obviously most of you that have been here a while, I know, shocker, I'm significantly extroverted, right? But here's the thing. When I went there, I didn't feel that. Like it was, hi Jeanette. It was hard. Like, so I went in there, I didn't know anybody, right? Except for like a couple of the women that owned the gallery that I knew before. Like I knew 0 people. So it was kind of like, you know, there were some finger food snacks. They went over things, and then there was sort of like a mingle thing where you get your papers or your canvas stamped, because we had to use like official, you know, the official, they didn't want anybody like cheating and getting it done beforehand, right? So, you know, we did all that, got our swag bags, got our cool, you know, like little stuff, things that were sponsored by local businesses and everything. Thanks, Jeanette. So we're in there, and like, first of all, you know, I'm waiting in line because we have to get our badges. We have to, you know, get all the things. And there's this guy behind me talking to a woman, and he's talking about how this is like his 3rd, like he's already done 3 previous competitions this year. And I was just like all quiet up there by myself thinking, oh no, this is my first one. Like I really began to get the sense that I was a tiny fish in a big pond. Like, it's easy to think that, you know, your stuff is really good when you don't leave the house. You know, I posted online or whatever, but, you know, and I've shown it to you guys, but like, that was when I kind of got, oh, nice, Jeanette. That was when I kind of got the sense of, oh, Okay, am I in over my head? Like I really wasn't sure. So, you know, I got all my stuff and I didn't want to just like get my stuff and leave. Hi, Bamboo, thank you. I didn't want to just like get all my stuff and leave and not, you know, talk to anybody, because that was part of the reason I wanted to do it, is I wanted to start to get involved with the art community and get to know other artists. Like what better place to find people that live near you or live near you-ish and are also interested in art and can wax on poetically about different paint types and pencils and whatever else, right? So I stayed, but I was just kind of awkwardly standing there eating my chips. Like I didn't know. Oh, thank you, Marcy. It really was, Christine. I couldn't, like everybody, like a good portion of people, it sounds like they had, you know, done things in previous years. It seemed like a lot of people already knew each other. And I was just like, I think I told Steve, I was pretty sure like intimidated was the word that I chose to use, because that's really what it was. I was surrounded by all of these incredibly talented artists, you know, not saying like, oh, I'll never stand up kind of thing, but it was just the realization of these people are all incredibly skilled. They have a lot of experience with festivals or competitions or whatever else, right? So, but I was standing there and there was a woman chatting to a couple of the artists, but I think she could tell. Right, Jeanette? I feel you on that one. I think that she could tell that I was like kind of nervous, kind of intimidated, like I was oddly introverted, right? Thank you, Topeka. But she was super nice and she pulled me into their conversation. A lot of people, first things of the conversation, be like, oh, what medium you're using? Because a lot of people just assumed, you know, like watercolor or acrylic. But I was like, oh no, I'm using gouache. And it was nice. There was only one other person. I didn't talk to every artist, but there was a girl that I ended up hanging out with where she used acrylic gouache. And I guess the difference is regular gouache can be reactivated like a watercolor can. But with acrylic gouache, which I haven't used, it can't reactivate. That is true, Marilyn. That is true. Right? Yeah, it was my first time. So they pulled me into conversation, and then I started to feel more comfortable. You know, it doesn't take me long to feel comfortable around strangers, right? So once they pulled me in, we were able to talk about art. And, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I tend to have this inner voice in my head that tells me like, I don't know, I can be a little overbearing in conversation sometimes. And given that we do this streaming where I'm answering a lot of your questions, but like I'm doing the talking because it's 2 hours, right? I have to remind myself to A, don't ramble off. 2, don't word vomit all over them, because like that's what happens when I suddenly get around a lot of other adults and I haven't seen other adults. I'm like, hello, fellow adult. Let me tell you way too much about my life and let's overshare a little bit. Right? Oh, thanks, Christine. Hang on one second. Made sure it was muted that time. Hang on, I'm gonna drink water. So by the time I was done there, I was feeling a little bit more confident, and you know, I at least knew some faces now for the thing. Not to say we were all gonna paint. Right, Jeanette? Exactly. Yeah, not that we were all going to paint next to each other, but it was nice to see some friendly faces. So we went ahead and went home, and, you know, I mentioned that I had been sick beforehand, and so I was just like, oh my gosh, I hope that this is like, and it's not like I had a fever, like I wasn't contagious or anything, right? I was just getting over the lingering aspects of it. So I didn't really want to linger too long because I didn't want to like start coughing or anything. So, anyway, so then, because the next 3 days, I'm basically spending time by myself. Like, nobody's going to be around me, because the next 3 days after that was when we were going to do the 3-day painting. And I had an idea that I really wanted to find a place that was similar in, hi, Maya. Alice in Art Supply Hoarderland. I love it, Maya. Nice, Bamboo. I love it. I think that's why Steve and I get along so well, because he's more introverted and I'm just like, we're best friends now. So first day then, so we had a lot of rules. Obviously we couldn't be dumping paint water on the ground or anything. So we had to have for me especially, because I needed to have clean water for the gouache. So what I had is I had an empty water jug with me, and then I had a full water jug, and then I brought like a little funnel, and I would dump my water that way. But essentially, for the most part, I stayed, you know, by myself over my side, because I did find a little cafe that was great. Now I don't have it with me, but I can show it to you guys. I ordered a couple prints of it because my mom wants a copy. Let's see if I can pull it up here. And then I ordered an extra one. I'm not entirely sure what I'll do with it, but it is there. Hang on, let me pull it up. Let's see. Okay, so here, this was the final painting for the 3-day one. This is the scanned in version. So I found this little cafe kind of market thing, which I thought was just perfect for what I was going to do. But it was really interesting, and I was intrigued by my reaction to this, because of course with you guys, like, you see work in progresses of what we're doing all the time. Like when we did the monkey, right? I was like, trust the process. And so on that first day, oh, thanks, Marcy. On that first day, I really was like, my instinct was, I don't want, send one to Steve's mom. Ooh, I could. That's a good idea. So I was struggling because I wasn't sure how the painting was going to turn out to begin with. Thank you, Maya. So I was struggling with people seeing the painting in its sketching, hi Blue, in its sketching kind of messy stage, right? Because a lot of people, I wasn't in the heart of downtown, but it was not a super high traffic area, but enough to where on that first day, I probably had about 10 people stop and ask me questions and, you know, what I was doing it for and everything. And of course I had my business cards, and I, you know, had the whole spiel for the event and everything. And so it was nice. I was able to hand out, excuse me. I was able to hand out, you know, some business cards, get to know people, that kind of thing. But I had to get over the fact that they were going to see, hang on one second. They were going to see what I was working on and everything. So, you know, that thing, I had to get over the, like, don't look at it, it's not done kind of thing. But I was surprised because when I'm, you know, working on it, I see a painting that's not finished. I see it at a stage where I'm like, I wouldn't want people to see it yet, because right now it just looks like a mess of lines. But it was like kind of nice and surprising when people would stop by and they're like, oh, it looks great. And I'm just like looking at it going, it looks like a cat got paint on their claws and went to town on it. Like, that's what it looks like to me, right? But it was really nice. And then the second day, I think there weren't really a lot of people that were out and about the second day, because the festival didn't really even start until Saturday. So the second day, there wasn't a ton of traffic. I was right near a train track though, and the train would come by like every 30 minutes. So it was kind of loud, but also good because Steve likes trains. So I was sending him videos of trains. Used to craft fairs, I was right. I know. Well, I ended up just keeping them in my apron because it was easier for me to hand them out that way. And I had a QR code that was pinned to the side of my, hang on. Little Emily is here, so I need to make sure that she's not messaging me. Okay, we're good. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, so the trains were going by and everything. But the second day was probably the least eventful of it, and I got a lot done. Like I said, I usually painted from about 9:30 to 1:30. One, because I had to pick up the kids, but two, ooh, an airplane, nice, Miss Goins. But two, I had to go pick up the kids, so I couldn't be there all day. So about 4 hours a day. So then the third day rolled around, and that was Friday. So it was a little bit more busy then. And in fact, the owner of the place that I was painting, he stopped by and he really liked it. So who knows? Maybe it'll sell, maybe it won't. That one is currently up at the gallery. But a lot of people were stopping by and they were just like blown away and they loved it. And I'm not gonna lie, like, it does wonders for your confidence when you have a bunch of strangers stopping by and really enjoying what you're doing. So all around, I would say, I did have one guy that he was with his significant other, and she was fine, but he was just like weird. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. And I'm like, I can't even say the stuff that he said because it's not going to be relevant and it's going to take too long to explain. But basically, I wasn't sure if he was entirely sober. I was like, okay, thanks. And a significant other like drug him up. Like I wasn't in any kind of danger. I was in a public area. Like everything was fine, but it was just weird, you know? So that was the last day. I got it all finished and took it home, got it all framed and everything. And then like usually at the end of it, I would go check in at the gallery because they had cold beverages for all the artists. So that was really nice. Okay, let's go ahead and use grass green now. And so I would get to chat with other artists that were there, you know, working on their paintings that were working around the gallery. And it was funny because like I would ask them like, oh, well, what are you working on? A lot of people did multiple paintings. Like they started multiple paintings and it like blew my mind because I was like, I can do the one. Like I wanted to make sure that it was highly detailed, and there is no way on this green earth that I would have been able to get multiple paintings done in those 3 days. So I was just like, well, that's awesome. So, but I got to meet, you know, some people that are hanging out the gallery after. They did have like lunches and stuff and some classes that we could go to. A little bit, right? Yeah, I was so worried, but it ended up being such a good experience. But I couldn't really go and do the lunch things because I knew I only had X amount of time during the day. Like if I had been able to go back to it after lunch, that'd be one thing. But I was like, I've got a set amount of time and I don't want to cut myself short so that I can go to these things. So I kind of kept to myself during the whole thing, did my paintings, and was at the kids' school by like 2 o'clock to wait in the car pickup line. So that was nice. So that was the 3 days. And then here comes Saturday. Saturday was the biggest event. And when I say I was nervous, I'm not kidding, because I had practiced the quick draw by myself at home. And not once was I successful in completing it in time. And I was just like, I got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm wasting a lot of paint here. I need to just trust the process and pick the place I want to go, because the place I was practicing wasn't even the place that I ended up choosing, because I kind of chose my quick draw last minute. Because if there's one thing that I learned about the practicing, it was that I needed to simplify it. I was overcomplicating it with way too many colors. On one of the nights, I think it was Thursday night, there was an artist mixer. I shared a couple clips of that in the reel, but there was an artist mixer and it was funny. Hang on, I'm gonna get another drink real quick. Apparently the first artist mixer they had was really packed, and there were loads of people, and there was like kind of snacks and food. I didn't go to that one because I ended up with a headache later that day, and I was just so exhausted. And like we live like it was going to be at least a 20-25 minute drive across I-35, which is just a nightmare of a highway if you don't really want to. There's just always accidents, always. So I tried to limit myself, and I wasn't feeling great, so I didn't go to that first one. But I did go to the one, excuse me, on the next night, and there actually weren't that many people there, but it actually ended up being perfect because all total, there were 5 of us. One of the girls had to leave a little bit early, but for the remainder of the night, there was 4 of us there. There were 2 guys and 2 girls, and here's the funny thing. When I initially met everyone, I felt like I was the young one. There were a lot of people that had, there were 10, 20 years older than me, which I have no problem making friends with people that are older than me, but it was just very intimidating. But these 4 of us that were at that mixer that night, we were all around the same age, 36, 37, 38. And we were all like, we could all, similar stages in life, et cetera, et cetera. And we were actually joking because we went there, and if you see the reel, there was music, but the music actually made it really hard for us to chat and converse. And so we were joking that it was great that we were all around the same age, because we were all at the stage where A, it was too loud, mostly because we also wanted to chat. B, none of us wanted to be there really late because we all wanted to get a good night's sleep. And C, we're like, we need food because the place we were at, it was really just like a drinks kind of place. Hang on one second. Sorry, I'm not quite over my cough, and when I talk, it gets worse. So we'll be pausing and drinking water a fair amount of times. So we were out there for a little while and we chatted, and then we actually ended up going to a food truck down the street. But it was nice because we were all able to, get to know one another. We talked about, our spouses, our families. Yeah, I don't even know. I'm only speculating. All I know is that it was weird. But anyway, so then we went and got food, and we really just kind of got to know one another. And it was great because then when it came for like the awards time in the afternoon on Saturday, like we all ran into each other. We hung out and we chatted during the gallery show, because there was like a gallery show where everybody could come see the pieces. There was the judging beforehand. Like it was this whole event all afternoon. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So it was nice because we were able to, and we all follow each other on Instagram now and everything, and it was great. But, so yeah, so Saturday rolled around and I got there at about 8 o'clock because the 3-day paintings you had between 8 and 9 a.m. to get them turned in. If you didn't get them turned in, they didn't get turned in like at all, and you couldn't enter them in the judging. So the timing on everything was really strict. So I got there right at 8, got down, made sure mine was in the frame, let them confirm, you know, the stamp on the back of it, and I got it all turned in. And then from there, because I had already picked out my spot at that point, from there I went down and I just kind of spent the next little while kind of getting things set up, taking my time, because I wanted fresh paint. I wanted, you know, not any of the dried paint. You know, gouache can reactivate, but I didn't want to waste time, you know, trying to reactivate my paint. So I kind of cleaned up my palette, put some new fresh paint in there, you know, took my time, picked my spot, everything, got all my signs up, because then at 9:30, now there wasn't like an air horn where it's like, and go kind of thing. It was definitely a on your honor thing, but everybody followed the rules. It was great. So at 9:30 you could start painting, but then you had to stop. It was like some cough medicines. I don't think they have that one, but I found that cough medicine doesn't really work. And honestly, it's not much of an issue unless I'm talking a bunch. In fact, I barely coughed at all yesterday. But anyway, so I got there, got all set up. But here's one of the funny things. So on the evening where we were, you know, having the artist mixer with the other artists there, let's add a little bit of true green to this as well. We were all just talking about things that we enjoyed, things we were nervous about, you know, the thing. And my big thing was I knew that my weakness was that I fixate on details too much. Oh, do they really? Yeah, I've mostly just been using tea and cough drops, and it manages it all right. But so we were talking about things that we were nervous about, or things that, you know, we weren't super confident about or anything. And one of mine is, like I said, it's about fixating on the detail and then not realizing it soon enough and realizing, oh, I'm out of time. So I knew that I needed to be loose with my brush, use a big brush, and then save the detail for the last like 30 minutes. And so we were kind of joking around, and, you know, I wear glasses. I am legally blind without them. I am beyond blind. And so one of the guys there, he suggested, he's just like, oh, you should try and paint without your glasses. You can't see the detail then. And we kind of laughed about it, but then I was like, huh, like that could actually, that could actually work. So when I was prepping everything, you know, I got everything in position, so I knew kind of what I wanted. I brought these little cutout frames so I could hold up and kind of frame what I was doing. But no joke, I took my glasses off for the first hour and painted in the house and everything. Like, got all of the blocks of color, got the trees positioned, but I literally, I painted blind. Like, it was hilarious. And a lot of people took pictures. Like, you know, there were people there that were documenting the event. Some people just took pictures because they liked watching it and everything. But in the pictures, like, in the pictures, I'm gonna look like I was concentrating really hard on the painting, but it's because I didn't have my glasses on, and so instinctually I was kind of like squinting and really leaned over, on it. But it was because I was painting without my glasses. But you know what? Like, it worked. It worked because I wasn't fixating on any of the small things while I was doing it. And then after the first hour, then I put my glasses on. But like, I made some realizations partway through, because once I had my glasses on, I was really hyper fixating on trying to make sure that the pillars, it'll help you, right? that the pillars like on the house, I wanted to make sure they were all straight. Hang on, I'm going to pull up a picture of the painting here. Okay, so this was the house that I was painting. Okay, so this is what I was doing. So you can see a lot of lines on this, right? But also the reason I chose this is because it was a limited color palette all by itself. Like a watermelon house, I could see that. But yeah, so lots of green, lots of browns, lots of darks and everything. So I was able to, right. Oh, for the cough medicine, yeah. So this is the house that I was doing. And so I was struggling because I couldn't take the time to make it really, really detailed. So this was the finished painting. So I guess that's as close as I can zoom in. So let me hold it here and we're going to get it in focus. So this was the finished one, but you can see, right? So if you zoom in, it's not meant to be looked up, you know, from close, you know, you can see the lines were just a mess. So one of the things that I focused on this was making sure that I got the shadows, right? So, you know, the reflection of the highlights on the roof and the pillars and everything else. And honestly, my main goal for this whole thing was like, I just kind of counted myself out on it. Like I wasn't confident, right? So yeah, that's from far away. Like it looks just like it, but I had kind of counted myself out already. Like I did it for the fun and the experience of it. And I was just like, as long as whatever I'm turning in, I'm not embarrassed by, I will. Oh, the coloring page. Oh, gotcha. Oh, thanks, Jeanette. Well, you know, and that's interesting. And I'll tell you something here in a minute. But yeah, so I finished it off. I got it framed and people loved it. About an hour. But here's the thing. So, and I know that people tell me this all the time, but I am also one of the people that finds it easier to give someone compliments and do things for other people than I do accepting compliments. Oh, thanks. Than I do accepting compliments and accepting things for myself. I know that we need to be more accepting of those things, but it's something personally that I struggle with, right? Like we're all our own worst critic, and I'm getting better at it. I am, but there's still a part of me that when someone pays me a compliment, I want to brush it off. You know, that was super nice of them to give to me, but I think there's also a part of me deep down that doesn't believe their comments. Like again, I'm aware it's an issue and I am working on it. I am. But there's just that ingrained part of me that looks at something that I do. Oh, thanks, Stella. That looks at something I do and I can pick out 20 different things that I didn't do right with it, right? But this was like that day of the quick draw painting. I'm not going to lie. Like I didn't, you know, make it obvious to anyone. And it wasn't anything that I don't even know that I fully told Steve this at all. But I got a little emotional while I was doing it because now this was the day of the festival, right? So there were loads of people going back and forth, right? Absolutely, Renee. That's exactly it. Like I just have a really hard time. Like, I know you guys tell me that you think it's pretty and everything, and that's great. And I do like a lot of the colorings, but it's my own stuff, right? A lot of what I attribute these to are these, you know, talented illustrators that have put out the books. And so it's a little bit easier for me to accept compliments on books because it's not just all mine. And so it's getting compliments on work that's mine, you know, painting specifically, that I did it from beginning to end. It was my idea and I came up with it, right? And so I have a hard time with that. And so here we are, it's Saturday, okay? And I am trying to be so focused because like I was working faster on that painting than I have ever worked on anything. And I'm using dark green, by the way, than I had ever worked on anything before. But there were a lot of people and people were coming by person after person, even at the very beginning, because like, you know, the first 30 minutes, the thing's practically, you can't even hardly tell what I'm painting, right? But even still, in that 2 hours, I had so many people that stopped by and said how they loved it. And even if I didn't like, because near the end, I couldn't because there were some people where I stopped and talked with them a little bit near the beginning, but near the end, like, this is a 2-hour competition, right? Like, I don't have time to just stop and chat. So near the end, I kind of just listened, and people weren't necessarily talking directly to me. They would be talking with, you know, like their kids or their friends or whatever. But there was just so much around me of, you know, like there was this one mom who was pointing out to kid, like, oh, look at this beautiful art that she's creating. And I know this sounds crazy, and I know it, but hearing so many people refer to it as art, and for something that I was so sure that I was gonna bomb completely. Like, I went into this just thinking, this is gonna be a fun challenge for myself, right? I did not expect to do well. I didn't want to be embarrassed by anything I turned in, but I did not expect to do well. And I'm not gonna lie, like, when I was in that focus mode and I wasn't really talking to anybody else, but I could hear everything that was going around, like, for just a brief second, like, I teared up a little bit because it was just, I don't know, like, I can't even hardly describe it. It was just very eye-opening, I guess would be the term. But it was a really interesting experience, to say the least. So when I was done, obviously I got everything framed, I got it turned in, and I was just pleased. I was just pleased that I had finished it. And not only had I finished it with about 10 minutes to spare. Like, don't get me wrong, I could have fiddled with it until then, but I was also on the furthest side of town with Main Street, and I needed to walk back to where we were turning things in. So I stopped at about, because we had to be done painting at 11:30, and I wanted to make sure there wasn't a line, and I'd get my stuff turned in, because you had until noon to get it turned in, and if it doesn't get turned in, you don't get to submit it. So at 10 till 11:30, I went ahead, finished up. The funny thing is I had the car with me, obviously, and I just did not have the time to put everything nice and back, you know, like fold up the tripods and everything else, and I just sort of chucked it all in the car. But I got it all put in there and everything, and I made it down there, got it turned in, and it was more of it was interesting because this has been such a buildup for months. I mean, you guys know, I have been talking about it for ages. I'm getting not very many coloring done, but it's okay. We're chatting. I have so much to tell you guys. You know, this has been a buildup for months, and that was it. That was the last painting event that I was doing. The rest of it was kind of like, you know, that's it. It's out of my hands. I literally did. I am literally, you know, I did the best that I could. I literally tried the hardest, you know, the shell painting, the lemon and blueberry, the shop. And I'm going to tell you right now, painting for 3 days, right, Della? It really was. Painting for 3 days in Texas heat. Now, granted, I had an umbrella. Steve actually gifted me for my birthday because I asked for it, specifically an easel umbrella. There was, on the first day, I couldn't have it up as much because the wind was picking up and I didn't want to. Thanks, Britt. I didn't want the wind to like pick up the easel or just knock it all over. So I did have, you know, sunblock, and I used this little fan that I have. It's a USB powered, and I brought a battery pack and plugged it into it, and this little thing was so strong. Show I had not gone to Commerce Center or anything. Oh, well, hopefully you can build it up for the next one. But yeah, it was almost like a sigh of relief, but also not quite yet, because like I really, my hope was to sell something or win something. And like I said, the business that I did the 3-day painting of, they have expressed interest in purchasing it. So, you know, fingers crossed, that stuff's going to be up for a couple weeks. But, you know, now there was just the kind of like, okay, well, you know, what do I do now kind of thing. So I had packed myself a lunch, and by 12:30, we all had to be out of the gallery where everything was getting set up, because that's when the judging was going to do. So for the 3-day painting, the judge was a woman who has won year after year after year, like year after year, and she was just super talented. And then the mayor of the town judged the quick draw competitions. So, so I went out, and one of the women that originally pulled me into the conversation on that first kind of artist meet night, she was out there and just kind of, you know, doing a little bit of extra artwork just for fun for her. And I had my lunch with me, so I went and sat at the picnic table and chatted with her for a bit while she painted. And then 1 o'clock rolled around, and that's when we were allowed back in. And it wasn't like they announced the awards at the, you know, when they did the awards. All of the paintings that had won, whether it was first, second, third prize, or honorable mentions, they all had ribbons on them and everything. So, you know, I was nervous going in there, and I came in, and the first one that I saw was my greenhouse. And I saw it, and it had... Where did I just put it? Oh, heck. I don't know. I literally just... I haven't moved. Where did I put it? Oh, gosh. Okay, well... how did I haven't moved. Anyway, that honorable mention ribbon I had... Oh, there it is. It was underneath the quilt squares. So not this one, because it actually... That quick draw one has the honorable mention ribbon hanging on it, so that it's kind of more of a... you know, like, oh, hey, this one won an award, and so it might encourage people if they want to purchase it. But so it's an identical one to this one, and I walked in, and this was hanging on the side of it, and I hadn't looked at my other one yet, because I was trying to, like, not just like look at everything. I wanted to, you know, take a moment and take it in. And so there it was, and it was, oh, I'll show you. I posted a little video of it, but I'll show you the picture that has it. Okay, so yeah, I walked in, and it was like this, and I was just like, I was shocked, honestly, only because that was the one that I felt least confident on. I'm like, I just didn't want to be embarrassed, you know? And so, aw, thanks. And so I went in, and I was just grinning from ear to ear, because it's like, it's not only do you have all these strangers telling you that they like your work, but then to get an award on something that you didn't expect to. I was just like, how many entries were there? Oh, gosh, a lot. That place was packed. There were all total 45 artists, and then each artist, for the 3-day one, you could turn in up to two paintings. And then there was the quick draw one. So not everybody did 2 paintings, like I just did 1. But even if you take 45 and only half of those do 2, it tells you like how many were in there. And so then I turned around to the 3-day one, and that one didn't have a ribbon on it, but I was still feeling pretty good about it because the owners had expressed interest. Now again, I don't know if they'll end up doing it, but I gave them all the info that they need for it. But I was just like, oh, because like I said, across all 3 events, there was the fine art show, the quick draw, and then the 3-day one. I didn't count them exactly, but I think there were about 12 honorable mentions that went out. I want to say there was 4 honorable mentions for the 3-day, 4 honorable mentions for the quick draw, and then 2 for the fine art show. And so I got 2 of those honorable mentions. So I was just like, oh, it was good. And then I didn't put it in the reel. Hang on one second. Sorry. I didn't put it in the reel, but I do have, for the honorable mentions, like we weren't really like presented with anything in the beginning, but it was more like recognition when we were there. So let me see if I can pull it up here. Okay, and I'm going to slide over to the part where we're up there. There. Okay, so I'm not dressed the nicest for it, but that's because we had spent hours outside painting. Aw, thanks. But yeah, so that was the honorable mentions that were up there. So like I said, I got 2 of those ribbons, and it was just nice because, you know, we got to, thank you. We got to chat and hang out. And then actually, there are 2 art commissioners in the town of Buda. One of them is the woman that owns the gallery. I'm using True Green. One of them is the woman that owns the gallery for the fine art competition. And then the other one, he was kind of just sort of around. And so I got to chat with him. And then I got introduced to a couple, well, at least one of the city council members. So we met, you know, some people that were kind of high up on the city interest. And I guess the city usually ends up buying a few paintings too. So fingers crossed in the next couple of weeks that something sells. But yeah, so then we hung out and we chatted and they did the awards. And like I said, there were so many good paintings, like blew my mind. There could have been like, most of them could have been first place winners. So again, I did not envy the judge's job, but everybody did wonderful and it was great. And I met a handful of new friends. Not all of them live around here, but you know, we follow on Instagram now and everything. So yeah, my final takeaway was I got out of it what I wanted to get out of it, in the sense of I am now kind of in the community. You know, I'll be participating in more things in the future. I made some nice artist friends, some nice contacts. I got some good feedback on my work. Like all around, it was so good. Now, don't get me wrong, I was exhausted when it was done. I took Sunday off and just like slept and rested and hung out. We're gonna use a little bit of mulberry. But yeah, it was just all around a very good experience. I'll definitely plan further ahead, which is why I have kind of an idea for a painting I want to do, because I want to work on paintings throughout the year so that it's not a time crunch when it comes around to it again, right? I'll have paintings ready to turn in. And in fact, the idea that I had for a painting is kind of like, so it's going to be portrait or landscape. I haven't decided, but essentially I want to have like coral reef here, right? And then I don't know like exactly how I'm going to position the legs, but I kind of want an octopus here, but it's going to be overlapping the coral. I don't know if that's 8, but you get the point. It's going to be overlapping the coral a bit. And then what I want to do is have the coral and the part of him that's starting to camouflage into the coral in black and white. And then I want the rest of him in color. Like I can kind of see it in my head, but I think it could be really cool. I don't know how big I'll make it or what medium I'll use for it, but it's, the whole thing definitely inspired me to, you know, do more art, right? And so, yeah, I was exhausted. My feet hurt, my back hurt. But all around, it was just a wonderful experience. And I definitely feel a lot more confident now in my work and what I want to do moving forward. And, you know, just because I didn't sell anything at the show doesn't mean that I won't in the future. And if I stop trying, I certainly never will, right? And in the meantime, I got a couple of my honorable mentions. That was super exciting. Landscape of the Coast, maybe, but the issue with Landscape of the Coast is there are so many paintings and prints of that. When I do the paintings, I want something that's going to make it stand out. Not just, you know, not just realism by itself, but something unique about the painting that makes someone stop and look at it and go, huh. You know, if I can make someone think when they look at it, because I think if I make it too basic, it won't get noticed, you know, which is why I like the idea of like the octopus, but making it, you know, I guess kind of a statement. We're going to use a little bit of Blender and see what it does with this. But they have things that are going on all year. Oh my gosh. They have another event coming up. It's a quick draw on stage matched with music. Anybody want to guess how long the artists have? First of all, I'm not taking part in this. Anybody want to guess how long the artists have to finish a painting from beginning to end? Right? Less than that, Sue. Less than that. I was shocked when I heard it. And I'm like, yeah, that's a big no for me. Well, absolutely not. I think I need to add more color to this middle part. 5 minutes? More than that. It was 20 minutes. 20 minutes to finish a painting on stage in front of a full auditorium audience, and it's paired with music. I don't even know how you would do that. 20 minutes? Like 2 hours was a struggle for me. I think I'm too much of a perfectionist to just give in to just only 20 minutes. Like, how do you even do that? Like, we're an hour in today, an hour in, and this is what I've done. I was just like 20 minutes. Like, you've got to like have a special skill in that to get it done in 20 minutes, because I definitely could not, right? Yeah, 20 minutes blows my mind. But hey, man, more power to them. I think it would be interesting to watch, but I couldn't do that. Not at all. But yeah, so all around, just a wonderful, awesome experience. Made some friends, made some contacts, and kind of pushed myself, you know? And I think I want to grab a white Prismacolor to smooth this out. It's getting a little choppy. But yeah. So, nobody heard that. Nobody saw that. 10 out of 10. Would recommend again. I'm excited to see what we do next year. And if it's some of the same people, I will be excited to see, you know, how people's styles have changed or how they've grown into the next year. One of the girls that I was hanging out with and kind of chatting, she did, let me laugh on stage. I know, right? You have to, they would probably, like, I could see people who are really good at fast portrait sketches and like doing it with charcoal, right? But I mean, it's painting. So, right? I know, I could not do it. I could not do it. But she did the acrylic gouache, but she had reactive paint. So like it was a fluorescent where it reacts with a black light. And she painted one of the bars that are downtown, and that particular bar had a neon sign. And so she used this paint on it, and it reacts with a black light. So it literally looks like she had a neon sign glowing on her painting. And it was really cool because the owner of the bar purchased her painting, and I was just like, oh, that's so cool. So she was super excited about that. One of the reasons I chose gouache is because I knew humidity was going to be an issue and dry time. And I was just like, well, gouache is perfect for that because I can layer and it also dries quickly. But one of the friends that I met there, he did oil. He did oil, and I was just like, what? Oh no, what's Nightbot's issue? Oh, it's because there's a period in there. It thought that it was a link. Sorry, Sue. Sorry, Sue. It was only because Nightbot thought you were doing a link. But yeah, I was just like blown away. One of the other paintings that was there, I took video. Melissa, it wasn't me. I took a little video of it, and you can see it. You can see it in the reel that I did, but let me get to it because he did a gorgeous, there was a flower field kind of painting. Ah, there we go. No, pause. I'm going to pull it up here so you can see it. But look at this. Here, let's, darker? No, lighter. Isn't that just amazing? Gorgeous. So gorgeous. Like, ugh. There were so many. I wish you guys could have seen all of it. I guess I didn't think to get all like a huge video of everything. And also, do you want to see it, Steve? Right, Marilyn? Yeah, that was my thing too, because I saw it as a work in progress. Now, if you want to get an idea of what won first place at the Fine Art Show, it's not surprising. I know, right? It should recognize it. And I specifically took videos of this so you guys see. So, Judge's choice for the Fine Art Gallery show was this. Like, hello? Pretty sure, was it pencil? I can't quite see it, but yeah. There was no, like, this is just, it's not a photograph. Like, all of the reflections on her and everything. Let's see if I can get it a little bit closer. Like, this picture is not doing it justice. Like, freaking gorgeous. Right, Marilyn? Exactly. Like, I was just, you know, of course, I wanted to win, of course, but when I saw that, I was just like, yeah. And then the People's Choice Award for the Fine Art Gallery show was this one. Dolly Parton, but I was really pleased with it because it was a young guy. Like, he must have been in high school, I think. And he had his buddies that were there with him, and they were all there to support him when, you know, they announced the winners and everything. And it was so sweet. I was so pleased to see someone that young winning, because you know that's going to encourage him to do more. And like, if there's anything that I could pass on to like younger kids, it's like, stick with your passion. Like, if you love it, absolutely, right? And so I was very pleased to see he won. It was so nice to see, you know, his other buddies that were there supporting him and everything. So everybody that won awards, well deserved. And again, I would not have wanted the judge's job. It was a hard job because, oh, there was so much. And like all these different styles, it was just, I will not forget this whole experience anytime soon. It was just amazing. I know we're still working on this, but it's not where I want it to be yet. So yeah, highly recommend doing events like that. And I really did feel challenged with the 2-hour one, because there was a way partially through where I realized I needed to let go. And by let go, I mean I needed to not be worried about not having straight lines or whatever else. Pick a feature to focus on. And for me, that was, I wanted to make sure that everything was proportionate, right? Because it's not like we were tracing it. We were looking at it and hand sketching it out on the thing. I wanted to make sure everything was proportionate, and I wanted to make sure that I got the lights and darks in accurately. And that was the biggest thing. So I had to stop when I only had like 20-25 minutes left. And I was just like, you know what? I need to just, because at 20-25 minutes, I didn't even have all of the trees and everything done. And so it was really cute. I was kind of watching the festival goers that were there, the pedestrians walking past, to see if I could see one that maybe would be able to do it for me. And there was these 2 young girls there. And so I asked them, I was like, look, as I'm painting, I was like, I don't have time to stop and set up my tripod. I was like, could you do me a favor? Because I was trying to get clips. Bye, Dawn. Thanks for being here. Right? Yeah, jaw dropping. I was trying to get clips to put together for a video for social, right? But I was just like, I don't have time to stop and set it up. And so I handed her my phone. I'm like, okay, this is kind of how I want it framed. Do you mind doing this for me? She's like, yeah, sure. So she got it. She got the clips filmed for me. So I was very grateful for that. But yeah, it was just awesome, and it was amazing, and I loved it, and I can't wait to do it again. I don't know that I'll wait for next year to get involved again, but with Christmas coming up and birthdays and everything, I do want to take a break from. Oh, I also want a red. Let's see, let's get the, whatever this one is. This is the Tuscan Red. I want to give myself some time to get kind of caught up on things, and yeah, just, you know, take a couple months, make sure I'm not distracted by projects, because the kids and everything were super understanding when I was on that time crunch to get it all finished. And so, you know, in return, I want to, you know, take some time and focus on the family for a while. But, you know, start of the new year, you know, I'll paint some on my own, but it's like I'm not giving myself these massive deadlines, you know, short of the, you know, monthly coloring page and the sticker club, which sticker club is work in progress right now. I don't have anything to show you guys yet because the images aren't done, but I'll be showing sneak peeks of that as soon as I can. But yeah, so I'm going to take some time, and then after the first of the year, I'll start looking at what other projects that I want to do. But it was, it was a good experience all around, and I learned a lot, met some new people, and all around it was just, yeah, it was really great. Now, as far as the channel is concerned, so we're live today, obviously. The plan is to be live Friday morning, and if you guys remember, we have a special guest that is going to be coming on Saturday. That person and I need to do some test runs and make sure everything's all good to go, and when I know for sure that everything's working right and we are going to be able to do it, then I'll go ahead and get it scheduled. But yeah, we'll be having a mystery guest on Saturday. I think you guys will be pleased. And yeah, then aside from that, we're kind of back to normal streams. There isn't anything let's see, October, yeah, this Saturday, and it will be, sorry, not Saturday morning. Sorry, I was incorrect. Saturday evening. It will be a Saturday evening stream, which I know that I usually only do mornings, but yeah, it'll be a Saturday evening, not Saturday morning. I misspoke. Like I said, once I know for sure everything's working right and we're going to be able to do it, then I will schedule it and you'll be able to set yourself a reminder. Thank you, Callie. But yeah, so Saturday evening, I forget the exact time, but again, I'll let you all know once it's all confirmed and everything. We had squared it away and we want to do it, but we need to set up a time this week to do a test run and make sure that we're all good technology wise. All right, let's do a little bit of the, I grabbed Tuscan Red, but I think I want to grab the dark purple. Hi, Callie, how are you? So yeah. I don't, Renee, did I miss something? Do you have something scheduled for like Saturday evening? We had to choose a time. Like I have to work around sometimes the guest stuff. Say I won't be on because I'm in Maryland for the weekend. So oh, gotcha. Yeah, sometimes when I do the special streams, I have to work around the other schedule. So I'm limited as to, when we can do them. But yes, so Saturday evening is when we'll be doing that. But yeah. All around good week. Now if we can all just get healthy, that would be fabulous. My parents are going to be around for the next couple of weeks. In fact, they are going to be arriving in about an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 15 minutes. So they'll be here soon. So, yeah, it's just a lot going on, a lot to be excited about. Things are going great for Steve at work. The kids, they're doing great at school. We just finished redecorating little Steve's room because we never officially set up his room after we moved in, and only because we just didn't have time. And we did little Emelie's room with the plan we were going to do little Steve's room next, but then everything kind of went down and we all got sick, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. So the last couple of days has been a hard push to get it finally all organized and everything set up, and needless to say, he's very happy with his new space, all organized and good to go. So I feel like, my massive to-do list I had on my wall back there, I feel like it's finally on top. I could check things off. And so currently on the docket, as far as projects are concerned, the only thing that I have to do right now is the sticker club and the monthly coloring page. I gotta say, this is the emptiest my schedule has been in a while, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of looking forward to it because the sticker club and the color pages and everything, those are not difficult for me to pull out. But yeah, so I'm gonna start getting out our fall decor because it's officially fall here. In a sense where she doesn't have class with those kids anymore. So yes, this year is working out much better. Yeah, you did. Those kids in her class were just monstrous, and she just doesn't really see them anymore. So the issue kind of solved itself. If they were to say things again this year, if they run into her, then I would most definitely march down to that school and give them heck. But so far this year, she's been doing really well with that. So, and we've made some friends and everything. So things are looking much better on that as well. And yeah, I feel like I'm finally got my head above water, Good 2 weeks too. I got to take my class to become an adult peer support specialist. Oh, I love that. Graduated Friday. I was the only person in my class that made 100 on the test. Congratulations. Right, Jeanette? Me too. So much. So yeah, we're just in a things are, I don't want to jinx it, right? But things are going well right now. And I feel like, the chaos of trying to get everything done in time is done. And now we can just kind of sit back and relax a little bit. Like I'm actually going to have some downtime again, because downtime, what is that? Right, Callie? That's exactly it. Well, and this past Sunday, I kind of took the day off. And then of course, when I was, you know, when I was trying to recover from the cold little Steve gave me, I was pretty much just stayed in bed for a couple days. And this was directly after last stream. Like, I know I stopped the stream early last time, but it was a good thing I did, because by that afternoon I was feeling terrible. But I had to stay in bed and feel better so I could, you know, get better in time for the thing. And it was so hard because I've been so go for the last like 3 months. I was just like, I can't just sit here in bed. I feel like I need to be doing something. It was a struggle. I mean, I did stay in bed, but still. Not willingly. Oh, you did so well. I feel like it's winter here. I'm in a caravan on holiday in a forest and it's raining hard and very windy. Oh, but that sounds so relaxing. Right, Callie? Yes, I'm really looking forward to that. So they're not staying with us, but they are staying in town. So, you know, because it's kind of nice when you do extended stays, it's nice to kind of have your own space to retreat to at the end of the day. But they are staying not very far away from us. So they're going to be here today, and hopefully we'll get to see them every day while they're here. It's going to be a couple weeks, so it's going to be great, and we're going to hang out, and we're going to chat, and it'll be awesome. So I know little Emily really wants to do some baking with Nana, and we're gonna hang out, and yeah, it's gonna be nice. And they haven't seen the new house yet since we moved here, so we're gonna give them a little bit of tour of that, and we're just gonna spend some quality time. It'll be great. All right, we're gonna fill this in a little bit more. And then we're going to use the blender, and we're going to see how much this purple and brown stands out, and then we'll go from there. So let's see, where is the blender? We're not doing anything like super hyper realistic on this at all. We're just sort of filling in the space. Like I said, I had a lot to talk to you guys about. But yeah, I'm excited to get those prints up in the shop. And like I said, I'm doing a limited run, because that might be all I need, because I know there were some people that wanted to get a print for it. As far as the original paintings are concerned, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. They didn't, you know, obviously they're here with me, so they didn't end up going to a home there. However, I didn't feel bad about that, because the fine art gallery show wasn't huge. Like definitely the 3-day ones were more. And I don't know if any of the other, like even the first place winner, I don't know if that sold. I think it's because a lot of the focus was on the 3-day ones and everything else. So I'm not concerned that it didn't sell or anything, because I think it was just, there was so much going on, right? So I have it now. Like, where did I put it? Here. So, and they're still in their frames, all wire hanged and ready to go. So, you know, it's an 11 by 14. And then, you know, they've each got their own little frame. And, yeah. So this one, so I'll probably hang them up in the house for now. Oh, nice. See, the only reason we're on, but it looked like the door is inset, frame deeper to the left. Oh, I think it's partially open. Oh, sorry, I'm looking down here. You can't see it. Yeah, I think the door is partially, it's either inset or it's cracked open. I may color it like it's cracked open. Let's see what it is. Oh, new pencil. Oh, wait, Della, what pencils did you get? Yeah, I thought about selling them, but here's the thing is, I'm just not, I've never shipped paintings before. And so, like, it's got the frame, so if it ships, it would ship with, the frame, but I'd be concerned. Well, so my parents, they live small these days. They actually don't want, nor do they have a ton of space. No, it's not that they don't want in the sense of they don't appreciate what it is. It's just the way that their life is now, they've chosen not to accumulate a lot of stuff. And so I'm doing, she wants a small print of it, but for the big paintings, there wouldn't be anywhere for them to put that for the way that their life is now. So yeah, if I can confidently figure out a way to ship them, I might go ahead and list them. But also, like, I don't know, shipping is so expensive. Like, I hate putting that on anyone. But I mean, if someone were to message me and, like, you know, even if it's not in the shop and they're like, hey, I want to buy the original, like, I'd be like, all right. And we could probably figure it out. But I would need to figure out how to ship them in a way that they would make it there undamaged. She has shipped a few, or go to UPS store and ask how they package. That might be, well, yeah, I know they would. But that's just a matter of the initial figure out. So the prints I kind of have figured out, but yeah, that's probably a good idea. I might go to UPS, bring the paintings, and get an estimate for it and figure out. You got the museums, like the full set? Della, congratulations. I love the museums. They are just gorgeous pencils. They are so nice. But yeah, I like that idea. I think when I get some time next week, I might go ahead and take those down to UPS and be like, okay, so if I wanted to ship these, because obviously we'd have to do, estimate how to do it because we wouldn't know where it would go to. The museums, yeah. Plus we have a local shipper that does the same. Oh, nice, okay. Yeah, then I think I might do it because I would be down with selling them. I mean, that was kind of the initial plan when I did them anyway. So, yeah, I'll just go down to UPS, bring the paintings with me, and be like, let's talk shipping. Because, yeah, there's not exactly a if it fits, it ships box that would work for it. So, yeah, I'll do that. And then that way it can be there. I mean, what's the harm? I list it in the Etsy shop and it doesn't sell. It's not going to sell if I don't post it at all. So, if I can get that figured out, I'll get it posted in there. And for now, I will hang it on my walls and, yeah. But also, like I said, I'm going to do the prints that will go up there. So that'll be exciting. I got some chipboard and some little bags and some tissue paper to package it all nice and neat and everything. So that should look nice by the time it's done. Show me they were only 209. She posted a link. I really had no choice. Right? Exactly. You guys are like my own personal think tank. I love it. I think that's why I've only ever really done like mailed out things that I know can fit in an envelope. Just because like I feel like it's super complicated and I've been intimidated by shipping things. But yeah, I don't know. I feel inspired. I feel jazzed. I'm excited to find some time to paint some more. It was a lot of fun and I really enjoyed it. And it was a really good experience all around. I'm definitely feeling more confident in my capabilities after all of that. I think it's because there's a part of me that like says, if you get too confident, like then it's going to be considered, I mean, I guess technically the word for it is prideful, but like, I don't want to be like, there's another word for it, but essentially, prideful. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm the best. This is the best ever kind of thing. But it's not going to kill me to learn how to accept compliments a little bit better when it comes to my original artwork, right? Oh, thanks. 188. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Where did you find them for 188? Were they brand new? Or did you ship them from somewhere specific? Ooh, speaking of shipping things, Jahan's book's coming out soon, next month. And I cannot wait. It's gonna be so exciting. Found them on Amazon, okay. Well, hey man, if you can get anything for cheaper these days, that's great. Steve and I were just commenting, like the price on cheese and eggs, like it's going up again. Even gas around here is going up, but considering like, cause when we used to live in the Pacific Northwest, gas up there is pretty expensive. So, gas in Texas is usually pretty inexpensive because we're kind of where everything is at. But it's up to $2.99 around here, I think. And so we were all just like, okay then. All right, let's use the dark purple again. That's the Tuscan red, dark purple. And let's do the door in the kind of purpley color. Yes, this weekend. So I will let you guys know for sure. We need to do some test runs to make sure tech-wise everything is good. So when we know, we know for sure that it's going on, I'll go ahead and schedule it. But as long as everything goes through, the plan will be Saturday night. Let's see. I don't want to talk because I won't do this myself, but being proud in it yourself is not wrong. You worked hard. Oh, thank you, Marilyn. Let's see. 3 teeth pulled. Oh, Emily, how are you doing? Are they like wisdom teeth or regular teeth? Gosh, when we got my wisdom teeth out, I just remember I had to eat pudding a lot. Got over my dental anxiety. Oh, that's awesome. I'm proud of you. I know that's so hard. Yeah, numbing eases soon. Have you said his? No, I have not. I have not. I want it to be a surprise. I know, I think the person has maybe mentioned it, but as a whole, I don't think it's been announced or anything because I want it to be a surprise. Oh, they were broken. Oh no. But I'm so glad you were able to go in and get that done. So are they going to make a partial for you? I know that generally when you only have like a couple of them, that's usually the practice. And then like, it's not even noticeable. Well, we finally got around to scheduling ourselves a dentist appointment. So we're going to be doing some teeth cleanings here. I think next month. I have to double check. They were really jam-packed. But, you know, we take care of our teeth aside from that. Watercolors in pencil form. According to the paper, yes, they are gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. But, yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm still kind of running like on a little bit of the excitement that was all of that. I honestly, I have felt like I have needed just the week to process everything and kind of think about, you know, the experience and what I learned and everything that goes along with that. Also, I know we haven't colored a ton, but we're chatting. We had lots going on. Question is, do I want to do this? We might just do this dark rather than having light. I think that could work. Okay, so after the dark purple, let's do, because it's definitely more of like a magenta-ish color. Let's grab the rose red. Well, they numb you, don't they? Or was it because like the anticipation or the, you know, anxiety previous to it? Yeah, I've had just my wisdom teeth pulled for now, but yeah, it's no fun. All right, so rose red just reminds me of when I got my tonsils out. I'm telling you, getting tonsils out as a grown-up is the worst. You can avoid it. I say do it because it was terrible. Hang on, my phone's going off. I gotta make sure that it's not little Emily. Like I said, she is homesick, but should be back in school tomorrow. Okay, I'll check the rest of these later. Get packing. We leave on the red eye. Oh, that's right. You're going. How long are you going to be gone again? Wait, is this the one where you were going to be gone for a month, or did that one already happen? Oh, I feel like I'm missing things. Remind me. Where are you going? Who are you seeing? Send me your itinerary. No, I'm kidding. It's getting weird now. But no, I remember vaguely, and then you know my brain. All right, let's go ahead and do grass green for this part. Okay, and then let's see, let's do the turquoise gray. I don't think I ever said what that color was. We've been using the turquoise gray. There we go, and then let's do brown for this window frame. So let's see, we're gonna do, let's see, it's dark brown. We want dark umber. There we go. Oh, 3D printing convention. Oh, how fun. Oh, hubby's gonna love that, isn't he? He's gonna be in heaven. Oh, I can't wait to hear how it goes. He's probably gonna find some new toys or like printing, what is it? Because it's like programs, right? Like, I say printing patterns, but I don't think that's the right term for it. Either way, you guys are going to have a blast. That's so much fun. Okay, and then let's use a little bit of the dark brown. Just kind of lightly. Okay. Let's use a little bit more of the burnt umber. But yeah, I am looking forward to seeing my parents. I got to see them when we went to Oregon, so we got to see them briefly. And then usually this time of year, they make the rounds to all the kids and grandkids and everything. And so now it's our turn. How are we doing on time anyway? 11:28, we're doing fine. Was I thinking I might get more done? Only partially, but that's only because I kind of know myself. But it was really good, and considering how many talented artists there were, I was excited to get the honorable mentions, and that was just super fun. Okay, let's get a black. Okay, and let's do 50% warm gray. And like I said, those other two paintings could still sell, which would be awesome. Should be super awesome. It was definitely a couple of warm days there, but you know, it's funny, even after being outside that long, I didn't even notice the heat as much, so that was kind of nice. Oh yeah, Steve and I were actually talking about that today. I posted it on my stories, but I saw a hot air balloon when we were doing our morning runs and everything this morning. And Steve does not like heights, and so we were just talking about hot air balloons, and he's like, I don't have a problem with planes, but the idea of being suspended, like in a basket. I don't know, has anybody here been on a hot air balloon? Like, part of me thinks, are there like seatbelts attached to the basket that people wear? Like, I feel like that would be a good safety precaution. I mean, because one tumble out of the basket, of course, I don't know, how high are the basket sides? Christine, no way. All right, so we're going to do some black here too. We're just going to say that they're not at home right now. And you guys know me. I love the little like cute little houses and stuff. Oh, which on October 1st is when the steampunk stuff will go through. And so I did finish the steampunk cake. I don't know, I don't think I have it printed out yet. But that's going to be going up in the shop with a discount, as well as, we'll have links to all the other discounts and everything as well. Let's see. Went to Sweden. It was 4 plane minutes of 8 hours per plane. Oof, yeah. Like fall might be the end of a person. I mean, the end of a season? No, you just stand the waist a little bit taller than waist height. Oh, no, man. Like, I'm too clumsy. With my luck, I trip over my own feet and go flying over the edge. I feel like seatbelts need to be a thing. I don't know. It just seems rickety. Don't fall out of the basket. You never know with me. I mean, honestly. All right, so 50% warm gray. Go. Let's do a little bit more black. And in fact, I'm going to kind of go over the window frame pieces in the middle just a bit. It would be cool to go up on a hot air balloon at some point, though. That would be one of those cool things I'd want to experience at least once in my life. I put that on the bucket list. Oh, no, I couldn't skydive. No, absolutely. Okay, squirrels got... Oh, fall's the season in the bed. Oh, I got you. I got you. Oh, man. Yeah, so all around, incredibly good experience. I wish I could have brought you guys with me. It would have been so fun. And I will say, it was just like the first time meeting people where they didn't, where they didn't know what it was I do online, and they're just like, I'm sorry, adult coloring what? Like they appreciate that it's all art, and it was just like, oh, I'm around my people, like-minded people, Let's see. Should we try an Arrtx gel pen for a little bit of highlight? I don't know. It's been a while since I've used them. Let's see if they'll actually work. You did it once and only once. Was once enough? All right, you gonna work? Maybe? is not wanting to work. Let's try another one. Do I have any paint pens that are going to be in the mood to wear? It's been so long since I've used any of my paint pens, so it's just like, will any of them work? I don't know. Let's see. There's the white gel pens. I have these all labeled. You think I'd be able to find things quickly and easily? Let's see. That's the Arrtx paint pens. Do have Posca, but I have a sneaking suspicion that they are not going to work. Where are those Arrtx acrylic markers I've got? I would have put them where I would have seen acrylic markers, chrome, Prisma, drawing pencils, pencil extenders. Sorry, I'm looking at my drawers here, going back and forth. Water brushes. Let's see, H2O, sorted blenders. Oh my gosh, white acrylic markers. They were right there. Here. They were right there. Oh, right? We need to remember to pull the chute right at the time we... No, I think I would be so anxious that like my chute would give out. Oh gosh. Yeah, that would be my concern. I could bust out the gouache paint, but it's currently in the easel. Shake this a bit more. It's been so long since I've used them. If you do it the wrong way, it will only be once. That's true. If you do it the wrong way, at least you can't ever mess it up again. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Okay, I think that's good enough. I just wanted to put... See, we might need to reapply it. I may get out the gouache paint for next time. Yeah, because that's not thick enough that it's going to stay. So, yeah, we'll have to do highlights on it again later. Okay, Audie! Hello, Audie. How are you? Okay, I say we just kind of keep shifting over. Let's work on some of this fruit here. We'll probably go about another 10-ish minutes, and then at 11:45, because I want to get done at 12 on the dot since my parents are coming over. So then at 11:45, we'll go ahead and do some words on stream. Let's see, what do we have for blue here? We got indigo blue. Yes, let's grab that, and let's grab ultramarine and I think cloud blue? No, let's do, oh, nice. And then I'm assuming you'll be around Manda's tonight. Audie and I, World of Flowers. I know I saw one of hers. I'll need to look. Yeah, I think we will. Do you guys want me to go ahead and do a full color along with this one? Here, let's put a poll up real quick. Let's see, start a poll. Let's see, color along or one off. Okay, so, oh, that's right, you've got D&D. Okay, so let's do color along for your choices. And, oh my gosh, butterflies, it's funny you say that because that's literally what I was thinking of. Let's see, color along or one off. There we go, start poll. I don't know that I have the page out, but I literally have the Great British Bake Off coloring book, and I did that. Let me pull it up here real quick. It's on my Instagram, but I saw that, and that's literally what I thought of. That's why I did the green. Hang on, I'm gonna scroll down on my gram real quick. Hold on. I might have to scroll back too far. Just gotta give it time to load. Give me a second, because now I want to pull it up so you can see. Hold on. I'm getting closer. I'm getting to the part where I hadn't posted reels yet. Is it really? Yeah, I know little Emily has been watching the kids one, and she's really been enjoying that. I just wish that Instagram loaded everything automatically. I could scroll so fast. Hang on. Hang on. Is everybody hanging on? Bear with. Okay, we're at like 3 Halloweens ago. Okay, there's one Great British Bake Off one that I did. But the other one would have been before that. I know, I'm fiddling on my phone. This is super entertaining, but I really want to pull up that cake picture. But that's why I did it green, because that's immediately what I thought of. Come on, I know you're here. I've come this far, now I have to find it. Bear with. Look, see, because this is what I'm doing. I'm just trying to find it. Ah! There it is. Bye, Renee. Have a great trip. Be safe. But yeah, it was this one. And I colored it green. It looks like it was more of a yellowish green. I definitely went for more of a cooler green. Oh, yeah, so it's going to be spelled A-N-E-R-I. I don't know. One of the mods, you guys want to grab a link to her Instagram? Which is amazing. But yeah, there was that, and it was fashioned after, yeah, after this one. Oh, which of the coffee charms are still available? Let's take a look. Yeah, because I'm all caught up on squares now. So if it's here, it's available. Let's see. Okay, we have got the French press. We've got the coffee cup that says coffee on it. And we have the half and half container. There's a Harry Potter Bake Off style show starting soon with the Weasley twins and Carla. Oh, really? Baked Alaska. Thank you, butterflies. I was not thinking about it. But yeah, so coffee cup, half and half, and French press. Trying to think. I haven't had any new charms since the seashells. But yeah, I was thinking about it today, and I know we said that we were going to keep doing this quilt to the end of the year, but I really think we're just going to go ahead and keep it going until all the squares are full. French press? Perfect. Oh wait, did I miss something going off here? Hold up, I probably just missed it. Let's see. Store history. Oh no, yeah, well you gotta redeem it, silly girl. But I'll set aside the French press for you. I'm gonna take it out right now because that will also remind me. It will remind me to get it done. What are Wizards of Baking? So are they doing all, is it just because they're in Harry Potter, or are they going, oh, perfect. Or are they doing like all Harry Potter themed food? Because I know that there's a Harry Potter themed cookbook. Okay. Oh, what link? For Black Canary on Instagram. BLACKARENI. If you can't find it, it's okay. I can always pull it up later. Let's see. So indigo blue. We're going to do a few of these blueberries. Oh, it's coming out in November. Ooh, sounds good, Natalie. That sounds delicious. But it's also because I'm hungry right now. So. Yay, Della. Perfect. All right. I've got it set aside with your name on it. It's funny, now that we're on to the quilt or the charms portion for a lot of them, I'm actually able to get them done faster. But, so guess what I got with my Amazon gift card this month? So I get a gift card usually about every month. Some are more, some are less. Awesome, Della. Well, I got it set aside, so I'll get that one put on there. But usually it's a little more, a little less. But what I got was a mini iron specifically for ironing on the names for the quilt, so I don't have to like get the whole thing out. Sends you about cake creations themed around Harry Potter. Well, somebody better do the pink one, Hagrid's cake. I actually have a video of that I did on the Harry Potter-a-thon. Are you doing the whole page? Yeah, I think so. Oh, we should look at what did the poll say? A full color along. Yeah, we'll do the whole page. Yeah, 88% said a full color along. So yeah, we'll do that. Let's see, indigo. Ended up being a really good cake, and I enjoyed filming it. Okay, so we're just gonna do these blueberries and then we're gonna do a little words on stream. And then, like I said, we'll be live again Friday morning. And then as long as everything goes to plan, we will be live Saturday evening. Oh, I should message Ev and tell her that there's an evening stream. I know that's why she hasn't been able to be in the daytime streams, because it's during her work time. But if we're going to have an evening stream this week, I'll drop her a message and let her know. Soon as it's all squared away. And like I said, I'll get it scheduled. Yeah, I'll get it scheduled as soon as we get that all done. It can be too. I'd say it totally can be. Like it's all... it's like the size of my hand, but it's perfect. And yeah, we could totally leave it on. It's just got a dial on the side for, yeah, okay, so it does have numbers for heat. But yeah, it's meant to be crafting iron. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. I definitely didn't just stab myself with a pencil. Oh, this is why I can't have nice things. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and do, now this is the light cerulean blue. Okay, I'm gonna fill this in. And then we're going to grab ultramarine. Kind of as our mid blue here. Okay, then we're going to use, let's see, let's get the black. Small iron similar to that also enable by Shannon to use a read setting Mod Podge on wood ornaments as per Shannon. See, it's perfect. It's just sometimes it's so bulky. Like one of the things that I treated myself to before the event was a tiny little drill, like a little handheld. It's like really small. It's not anything that's that is like really heavy duty, like can, you know, it has a problem like putting studs in the walls. But anyway, I wanted something small to do the wire hanging on the back of the frames. It's really inexpensive. It was less than like 20 bucks, but it's perfect. And it's just tiny and handheld. And I'm just like, all right. That works. And so that's one of my other little things. I currently, since I didn't end up using the toolbox for the event, I actually took everything out and I put all my jewelry making stuff in the box. And that's the other thing, is I want to make a few more of those. And in fact, while my mom's here, I want to make her one specifically to her style. She doesn't like anything like super big or flashy, but something nice and petite and cute. So I think I will work on that while she's here. We'll have them here for like 2 weeks, so it'll be really nice. Okay, I'm going to use the blender here. Okay, then let's get a little bit of black. Get a little bit darker, because let's be honest, blueberries can be pretty dark. But we got lots of fun stuff planned. And with those other paintings still in the gallery, I'm going to take them to go see that probably this weekend. I know I have a regular size, and I just haven't seen it for 6 years, right? Do you think you'll be coloring anything with pumpkins on your live streams? Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. This, for October, the free coloring download is definitely going to be fall kind of pumpkin themed. I don't necessarily always do Halloween themed. I try to do generic fall because I know Halloween isn't everybody's thing. But I may squeak in some like kind of cutesy ghosts. Nothing scary. You guys know me. I'm just like, if I can cuddle it, it's all fair game. If I don't want to cuddle it, then I don't want to do it. Let's see. I want to try something just a little bit. So you know how a lot of times blueberries have like a little bit of like white on them? Now that we've got this pencil pressed down, I want to lift a little bit of it to give the blueberry like a little bit of texture. Let's get a little bit more of the indigo. One of the cool things that we did in Little Steve's room, I told you I was redoing it. He has a ton of Pokemon cards, so I got little plastic slips for all of them. And the ones that he wants, he put in the slips. And then I used sticky tack, you know, like that stuff where it doesn't actually leave residue, it's just there. And so on his wall, I've put a bunch of his Pokemon cards up, but it's like in a design and they're all grouped together and staggered. It's really cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and do just a little bit I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. Can I zoom in any further? No, they're pretty small. So I'm just doing a little bit. Here we go. Ooh, what do we got? Picture frame charm, nice. Let's see, which ones, let me look for you real quick, which picture frames we have left, because I'm sure you probably put on there what you wanted. I think that's where we're gonna stop for today, because it is now 11:49, so we're gonna stop there for today, but let's take a look real quick so you can choose your correct one. All right, so we have got a Hannah Carlson. Here, I'll just put it here so you can see. We've got a Hannah Carlson, we've got Cupcake, we have, let's see, we have a Paul, a Harold, we have a Small Victories, Worlds Within Worlds, another Small Victories, another Worlds Within Worlds. We have our what was that? Just our hype emote. There's the Mushroom Fairy House, the Cozy emote. I guess I can zoom in. The Cozy emote. And then the donut. So let's see. Let me look on your thing to see. Let's see. We're gonna refresh. Let's see. We have the color wheel or cupcake. Okay, so we're out of the color wheel. So I'll set aside the cupcake one for you. Perfect. Aren't the windows on the door? Yep. Yep, they are. I just forgot them. Will Mama Illustrator be coloring along with us? Obviously not seeing, but hanging out and making... Potentially. The way my office was set up before... Perfect. The way the office was set up before, I was able to squeeze her in. But I'm kind of in a L shape here. So, like, I've got stuff that's right here and right here. So we would maybe need to figure it out. But maybe even at the very least, just hanging out. We'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah, they're not at home. Well, yeah, but I left. Well, hang on. I keep pointing. Left off the little windows there, and I haven't done the doorknob. Oh, absolutely, absolutely, she will. Yeah, because they may even be here while I'm streaming and stuff. You know, hanging out with the kids and whatnot. But yeah, all right. Well, I got the cupcake set aside. Do you guys want to do a little words on stream? Can't log into Streamlabs with YouTube. May I have an all blue fish for my grandson? Go ahead and type in ! email, Christine, and then send me that in an email because I don't trust my brain. But if it's written down, I'll see it and I'll be able to remember it and adjust the points. So yeah, shoot me an email, just ! email. Silly question, right? ! email and chat, and that'll pull up the email. So shoot me a message there. Because I'll say like, oh yeah, I'll do it. But the moment I walk out of here, I'm going to forget. Like I rely on my sticky notes so heavily. Perfect, Christine. Awesome. I'll look for your email. All right. So let's go ahead and pause the music. And then we're going to go to games. There we go. Zoom out a little bit. Yeah, there you go. You can see what you were working on. Yoink. All right, let's grab the link. I like to put that little thing up there because I had somebody come in with her. I'm like, this isn't coloring. So if I have the coloring on here, they can see it. Okay. All right, awesome, went through. Bye, Christine. Thanks for being here. Okay, I'm going to pop this over here. All right, so if you haven't played before, it scores like Scrabble. You can just type in your guesses in chat. No need to log into anything. Ooh, is that loud? It's a little loud. We'll turn it down just a skosh. There we go. All righty. Wired, nice. Let's see. Oh, yep, wider. Let's see. Wait. Why didn't it take Audrey's wider? Or no? Oh, because you already locked out for ride. Okay. Let's see. What about, let's see, we got wire. Potentially another D or even an E. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the mic on there. Let's see. Ride, wide, drew. What about R-E-I-D? But I think that's considered a name. Oh, Eider, like the Ides of March. Oh, where? That's good. Dire. But arid? Is that spelled correctly? No, arid is with an A. I just realized that. Oh, iron. Nice. Cleared the board. Woohoo! All right, skip 3 levels. All I just saw was Severus. But that's not it. Let's see. What about Ayers, maybe? Oh, virus, yeah. There's 2 V's. No, not revives. What about revs? R-E-V-S? Vesuvius. No. Uh-oh, I think I have hiccups. No, no hiccups. Last of the water. 5, let's see. Survive, Dominique. Nice. I was blanking on that. Oh, what about Vise? V-I-E-S? There we go. Okay, so we have 4 4-letter words and 1 5-letter word. What about... Oh, ruse, R-U-E-S. Okay, so we have one more R-letter word and 1 more... Yeah, there's rive. Oh, what about rives? Plural. There we go. Okay, 1 more S-letter word. Soup. Yep, sewer. Ah, Sue got sewer. I love it. That's awesome. Hey, but that's great. We cleared the board. Kara, Sue, and Annette. Well done. Let's see. All right, there's a fake letter. It's not going to be the L. Is it collar? I'm going to wait till you guys see it, but I think it's collar. There we go. Roca, like almond roca. Roll. So the F is the fake letter. Let's see, what about, call. Let's see. So no F, cola. Carol, well done. Oh, O-R-A-L. Here we go, coral. Oh, orca, O-R-C-A. Oh, local, nice. Okay, 1 more, it's gonna start with C. We have coal, call. What about Carl? Yeah. Carl. It's gotta be not just someone's name, right? Let's see, dictionary.com, dictionary. All right, Annette and Kara and Tekka and Shannon, well done. I'm gonna look up Carl and see what the definition of Carl is. Carl. Let's see, a Scottish is a strong, robust fellow, especially a strong manual laborer, or a miser, an extremely thrifty person. I feel bad for the guy they named that after. Oh, Carl. That's funny. Where'd my thing go? My computer's lagging. There we go. Oh gosh, we're way ahead. Okay, we have tomorrow. I'm the morrow. So it's a fake D. Let's see. What about, do we get more? M-O-O-R? Moot. More. 1 more. It could be an R. Let's see. Room. Root. What about, so we got moot. Trow. What about Tron? Throwing it out there. T-U-R-M. about T-O-O-M-T-O-O-R, T-O-R-O, Toro? What is that? Room, Rooch, Roo, with 3 O's. R-O-R-T. Tor! That's always one of the ones that's always there, but I always forget it. Annette, Sue, Dominique, well done. Allison, number 2 on that one, well done. Okay, so B-E-E-N. Okay. My instinct says, okay, yeah, so it's a fake J, a hidden A. So Able, A-B-L-E. A-B-L-E. Yeah, Able, Bean. Enable, nice. Okay, what about, we got Lean. Let's see. Oh, Bane, B-A-N-E. Here we go. Baleen, nice, Sue. Okay, so the other 2 at the beginning are going to start with either a B or an A. So, Bale, yep. Bale. B-E-L-A. No, because it would start with an A. So if it was going to be another B, it would be B-A, B-A-E-L? I don't think that's right. I think it's going to start with an A. So A-N-E-L, A-N-L-E, A-N-L-E, did I try? Yeah, I tried that already. I don't even know what that one means, but well done. We're doing great. All right, Annette, Sue, and Dominique, well done. Let's see. Nothing smaller than 5 letters. Doesn't look like there's any duplicate letters. There could be a potential SH. I'm gonna try school. Maybe it's a hidden O. Okay, what about golds? Golds, okay, golds work. That means we need to clear the H, the C, the F. Yeah, H, C, or F. So holds, H-O-L-D-S. Holds, okay, we need to clear the cold, C-O-L. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's the C. I was gonna say that we got colds, folds, golds, and holds. All right, so it's a fake C. A fake C. So, oh! Goldfish. Yeah! All right, so fake C, hidden I. I got way too excited about that. All right, fake C, hidden I. So where does that leave us with? Let's see, golfs, yep. Let's see, foils. Let's see. Oh, what about guilds? There we go. Okay, I think like one more and we'll get it. Let's see, what about, is Doyle's a word? Doyle's? Oldish. Oh, it wasn't one more. We still need one more. 2 points away. Oh, sinking last hits. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. Well done. Well done. All right, well, I think that about wraps us up for here, but we should have a total of 3 streams this week. 3 streams, yeah, womp womp. Shannon, we tried. But yeah, let's continue to work on this one. Hi, Dominique. thank you all for being here. Thanks for listening to my story. It was such an amazing experience, and I am feeling inspired and energetic about creating more paintings. Alice Butts. Creating more paintings. But yeah, I'm gonna get some lunch and then enjoy some family visiting time. We'll be live again Friday morning. And just look for the scheduled stream. If everything goes okay, it'll go ahead and scheduled on Saturday, okay? But I'll keep you all posted. I think that's about all there is. Keep an eye out for updates for Sticker Club. All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your week. I'll see you on Friday. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right, everyone. Bye.